to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river, get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. Oh, you're broken and you're shattered.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Thank you guys so very much for clicking on my video. My name is Maria. So for this video, I will be creating a Thanksgiving feast using almost all items from the Dollar Tree. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I picked up. So I went ahead and picked up one bag of the seasoning blend. This comes with onion, celery, red and green bell peppers, and parsley. I went ahead and picked up one bag of the cut green beans, a package of the deli shaved smoked ham, some extra creamy Cool Whip, one package of the white bread, and then I also got one can of the evaporated milk, some whole kernel corn, a can of 100% pure pumpkin puree, a little box of mashed potatoes, a little bag of the Pillsbury cheddar garlic biscuits, some mandarin oranges. These are this is the Libby brand, some Campbell's cream of chicken, some parsley flakes. They have a big selection of spices, one little bag of the crispy onions, and then two of these cute little bottles of the Martinelli's sparkling cider. These were so cute. I can't believe they actually have these. I've seen them in the past and then they stopped having them, but they started carrying them again. And then one of the pie crust. This is a 9-inch graham cracker crust, some pecans, one package of the roasted turkey gravy, one can of the Ocean Spray jellied cranberry sauce, one box of the classic pork sausages, and then 2 boxes of the cream cheese. So let me go ahead and tell you guys the plan for this Dollar Tree Thanksgiving meal. Now, I know you guys do not see any turkey, and I was hoping I could find some sliced turkey, like lunch meat, but I didn't find any, and my goal for this video was to use all items from Dollar Tree. So the plan is to use this smoked turkey, and I will be making the turkey gravy, hoping that the ham picks up that turkey flavor. And so my Dollar Tree didn't have any stuffing, so that is why I picked up the white bread. I'm thinking I could make my own stuffing, toasting the bread up with some seasonings in the oven and mixing in this seasoning blend with the onion, celery, peppers, and parsley. And then my plan is to roll that stuffing up into some of these sliced hams and then topping it with the turkey gravy. I'm hoping that this turns out the way I am planning and envisioning it. So then for the sides, I am going to be making some green bean casserole using the green beans and the cream of chicken with the crispy onions. I've never made green bean casserole in my entire life, so I am hoping that this turns out yummy. It looks good, I've just never made it. And I will also be adding the breakfast sausage to the dressing. I called it stuffing earlier, but this is a dressing that I will be making. So I'm going to add the pork sausage links to the dressing, and then I have the mashed potatoes as a side. And I make a fresh cranberry relish using fresh cranberries and fresh oranges, and I thought I could replicate that using the canned cranberry sauce and the mandarin oranges. And then I did pick up some parsley to season some of this stuff. I got 1 bag of the cheddar biscuits, and then I will be making a no-bake pumpkin cheesecake with the pumpkin puree, the cream cheese, and the pie crust with the Cool Whip. I'm hoping that this sets up nicely. So I've never made a no-bake cheesecake this way, so I'm doing a lot of experimenting in this video, but that is going to be for the dessert. And the pecans, I am going to use those to top the cranberry relish, because I do top my fresh cranberry relish with raw pecans, so that is why I got those. And then that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get started with this Thanksgiving feast. Oh, before I forget, I did not include seasoning in the haul. I figured most of us already have these condiments. So I have some sugar here, some oil, salt, pepper, garlic salt, onion salt, ground black pepper, cinnamon, pumpkin spice, and some butter. So if you guys need any of these items, look at your Dollar Tree, because they have a big assortment of spices. They have oil, they have butter, they have everything that you need. They even have vanilla. I have some vanilla bean paste here that I will be using, but make sure that you guys pick any of your seasonings up if you do not have any. So because I didn't buy any veggie broth or stock for my dressing, I thought I could make my own using the seasoning blend. So I will take 1/2 cup of the seasoning blend, some olive oil, and then 2 cups of water. I will saute the veggies up. Once they are sauteed for about 5 minutes, I will add the water to it and then keep it at a simmer so those flavors could come out and make a delicious veggie broth. And I did season the veggies with a little bit of salt and pepper. Now that I have the veggie stock going, I'm going to go ahead and toast up the bread in the oven with some olive oil and seasoning. And in total, I used 15 slices. All I'm going to do is cube the sliced bread up. I will toss it in some olive oil, and then I use garlic salt, onion salt, regular salt, pepper. Oh, I did use the parsley. I will mix everything up and then pop it in the oven to bake for about 10 minutes. And I did end up using the broiler so I could get a nice toasty finish on the breadcrumbs. Now it's time to make the cranberry relish. All I do is open up the can and pour that cranberry sauce into this mixing bowl. I will break it up with a knife, and then I add the mandarin oranges. I do chop them up a little bit before I add them to the cranberry sauce. I'll give that a good mix. I add the vanilla bean paste, 1 teaspoon of that. Oh wait, it was 1/2 teaspoon, sorry guys, 1/2 teaspoon of the vanilla bean paste, and then I will pour this into a really cute serving dish, and then I top the relish off with the pecans, and then I will cover it with some plastic wrap and pop it in the fridge. I like this to be ice cold, so I let it get cold for about 2 hours.
And I'll be out there looking for someone like you.
And here are the breadcrumbs. I am pulling them out of the oven. They're super toasty and crunchy. I'm going to place them in this bowl and set them aside to cool. Now it's time to make our no-bake pumpkin cheesecake. I will use 12 ounces of the cream cheese, 1 cup of the pumpkin puree, 1 teaspoon of the vanilla bean paste, 1 teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice, half a cup of cane sugar, and then about half a tub of the Cool Whip. And then I will use the rest of the Cool Whip and sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon once it's all set up. I start by creaming the cream cheese with the half a cup of sugar, and then I will add the vanilla bean paste, 1 teaspoon, 1 cup of pumpkin puree, and then I will mix this as I make it, and then I add half a tub of the Cool Whip with 1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. Once that is all mixed together, I will pour it into the pie crust and let it sit for 3 hours. Once the cheesecake has set up, I will add the remaining Cool Whip to the top of the cheesecake, and then I will sprinkle a little bit of ground cinnamon to finish it off.
Same world, but without us. Something made us find each other.
Now it's time to make the green bean casserole. All I'm going to do is take these green beans and mix it with the cream of chicken and about 2/3 cup of the evaporated milk. I will add a little bit of the crispy onions. I end up adding half a cup into the mix. I will heat everything up in a saucepan and then pour it into this baking dish and bake it for 20 minutes at a 400-degree oven. So my plan is to get everything ready and then bake it all at once. That way everything could be nice and warm. And I do season this mix with black pepper and salt, and that is all I added to the cream of chicken. I do have to say that I think it needed a little bit more flavor. So if I make this again, I think I'm going to season it with maybe some onion powder or some garlic powder. Overall, I really liked it. I think it did need a little bit more seasoning.
Would it make any difference? Would it change for the better if I wrote you a poem? If I posted.
While the green bean casserole mixture is heating up, I decided to go ahead and get started on the dressing. So I am going to put the 8 sausage links to cook. I will fry them up. Once they are nicely cooked, I will go ahead and drain all of the fat, add 2 tablespoons of butter to the pan, and add the rest of the seasoning blend. That was the onion, celery, peppers, and parsley. I will saute that, and then once that is nice and sauteed, I will add about 2 cups of the breadcrumbs and then 2 cups of the veggie stock that I made. I will give that all a mix. Then I will place it in a buttered baking dish ready to bake, and then I will set that aside. Once everything is ready, I will put it to bake all at once. And here I am finishing up the green bean casserole by adding half a cup of the crispy onions and then placing it in a buttered baking dish.
Don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say, but I go without knowing. If I told you that I don't know what to believe in, don't know how to pray, but I pray.
As I had the veggies for the dressing sauteing, I decided to go ahead and make the gravy. All I do is add 1.5 cups of water to a saucepan, bring that to a boil. I will take half a cup of cold water and the gravy mix. I will mix that all together. Once the water comes to a boil, I will add the cold water and gravy mixture into that boiling water. Once it comes to a boil, I will set it aside at a low simmer so it can stay nice and hot. Next, you will see me add that breakfast sausage to the sauteing veggies, and then I will finish up the gravy. it's time to make the mashed potatoes, and all I did, guys, was follow the directions on the box. Here I have the water, the potato flakes, butter, salt, and pepper. I have some of the ingredients measured out. All you do is bring your water to a boil with the butter, the salt, and pepper. Once your water is boiling, you take that off the heat, add the milk and potato flakes, give it a good mix, and then I set it aside on a low heat to stay warm. So the next side I'm going to work on is the corn, and I am keeping it real simple. Some butter, salt, pepper, and parsley. I will put this all into a little saucepan and then bring it to a nice boil, and then reduce the heat to a low simmer so everything stays warm. Now it's time to work on the main entree, which is the stuffed ham rolls. I really wish I found turkey, but again, I am using what I found at my Dollar Tree. All I'm going to do is take the ham slices, lay them out, add some of the dressing, roll that dressing up, kind of like stuff these little rolls, and then I will add half a cup of the gravy to the bottom of the baking dish, line them up really nice and neat, that way they don't unroll, and then I will top the rolls with more gravy, cover them, and then place them in the oven to bake.
Those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
And I did go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of the parsley flakes to the top of the ham rolls. That way it could give it a little bit more flavor. Once I did this, I went ahead and covered everything with aluminum foil, set it aside. I will make the biscuits, and then I will place everything in the oven to bake. For the biscuits, all I did was follow the directions on the back of the package, and guys, I did have enough milk with that 1 can of evaporated milk that I bought for all of the recipes. All I did was mix everything together, and then I lined my baking sheet with some aluminum foil, sprayed it with some canola oil so the biscuits didn't stick, and then I used my ice cream scoop to scoop out the dough, and I did separate them about 2 inches, and then I will pop them in the oven along with everything else. The biscuits will go in at a 400-degree oven for 12 minutes. I will remove the biscuits and then leave everything else baking again at 400 degrees for the next 25 minutes. And I almost forgot, guys, I melted down 2 tablespoons of butter and added some of the dried parsley flakes, and then I brushed some of this butter mixture on top of the biscuits before I placed them to bake.
I'm gonna make mistakes, I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
And here you're just going to see me finish up the no-bake pumpkin cheesecake. Again, I will top it with the Cool Whip and then sprinkle a little bit of that ground cinnamon on top.
Finally home, I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song. Then you stood there smiling.
And here is what this Dollar Tree Thanksgiving feast is looking like. I went ahead and plated the cranberry relish, the mashed potatoes, and the biscuits in these very cute serving dishes that I've had for like 16 years. Doesn't this look so yummy? I think this looks really, really good. So now I'm going to go ahead and plate everything up and enjoy this delicious feast with my family.
I'll be with you, it's true. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Waiting at the doorstep, finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here.
And here is one final look at everything that I prepared using all Dollar Tree ingredients. Well, almost all, minus the spices and butter and oil, but everything looks so good, guys. I have the mashed potatoes, the corn, green bean casserole, dressing. Here is a look at that cranberry relish topped with those pecans and a dinner roll, or a biscuit I should say. But everything looks so good, guys. I am ready to eat, so now it is time to enjoy this feast, really enjoy this feast with my family. So now that we have finished our Dollar Tree Thanksgiving feast, it is time for dessert. And let me tell you guys, this no-bake pumpkin cheesecake was so delicious. It is so yummy. I really hope you guys get a chance to make it. It's so easy to make. I think it did need to set up a little bit longer, but overall it was really, really good. Two of the items that I really enjoyed from this Dollar Tree feast was the dressing. I just love dressing. I think it is so yummy. I did like the green bean casserole, but I think it needed a little bit more seasoning. But that cranberry relish, oh my goodness, guys, I hope you guys get a chance to make it. I really like cranberry relish. Maybe it's because I love cranberries and oranges, but it was so good, guys. Now, I have to admit, I did miss the turkey for this meal. Again, my goal was to use all Dollar Tree ingredients, so I think I did pretty good. I wish they had some turkey lunch meat in replacement of that ham, but overall this dinner was pretty good. So if you guys are still here, please leave me a turkey emoji so that I know you have made it this far into my video. And if you guys are here watching this video because you are looking for cheap meal ideas and are struggling to put food on the table, please know that you are not alone, guys. There are a lot of people out there in similar situations, and it's okay to ask for help. We live in a country where so much help is offered, such as food banks, your church. I know some churches offer to buy you and your family groceries. Look into the EBT program. And if you guys are moms with infants or toddlers, look into the WIC program. Don't think that you guys won't qualify. You just have to try, because there is so much help out there, guys. Take advantage of this help that is given, and guys, don't feel bad, because everybody needs a little help sometimes. When my parents first got to the United States from Mexico, we actually celebrated our first Thanksgiving at the Salvation Army. They provided a Thanksgiving meal for families in need or to the homeless. And because my parents could not afford to buy anything to make a Thanksgiving meal, that is where we spent our Thanksgiving at. So now I am extremely grateful and thankful, and I give thanks to God every single day that He provides us with the food that we have. So remember, you are not alone, and please check out all of your resources. With that being said, thanks again guys for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that bell button so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Remember to check out the links below, and I will see you guys next time in the next video. Bye!